Tina. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a short chair yoga practice focusing on stretching and connecting our body to our breath. Let's get started. Once you arrive on your chair, go ahead and ground your feet into the floor, mindful of the connection of the floor supporting your feet. Move your sit bones to the edge more forward of the chair to begin. Sit up tall, going ahead and going through your posture checklist. Pull your tailbone in and your belly in, pulling that chest up, the shoulders down, and the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. This is providing a neutral spine for our practice. So, starting today with a little breath work to connect our breath to our body. We'll take alternate nostril breathing. Go ahead and use your pinky and your thumb for this breathing practice. And the idea is that we will breathe in and out on opposite sides of the nose alternately. So take your thumb and your pinky finger up towards your face and go ahead and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Place your thumb against your right nostril and take a breath in. At the top of the breath, hold it. Plug that opposite nostril with the pinky and exhale. Breathing in through the right nostril. Hold it. Plug the right nostril. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Switching sides. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Switching sides. Exhale through the left. Inhale left. Exhale right. 2 more rounds on your own. Inhale right. And release. Great job. Alternate nostril breathing. A good thing to explore. Sometimes it's great for meditation. You can give that a try in your own personal time. Let's start our warm up with some shoulder rolls, rolling those shoulders up towards the ears, back to the back of the room, down the back of the body, forward, and up to the ears once more, making big circles with those shoulders if you can. Inhaling as you bring those shoulders up to the ears. Exhale as you bring them down. Couple more. Rolling those shoulders forward and up, back and down. Let's switch directions. Now up in the back, forward at the top, back and down, up to the ears, forward and back. Inhale up to the ears, forward and down. Great job. Now for some cat and cow. Bring your arms up to a cactus shape and inhale that chest forward, reaching those elbows to the back of the room. Exhale, bring the forearms together, rounding that upper body, tucking the chin. Inhale, making this a full body experience by being mindful of those shoulder blades pulling together. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, rounding it in, pulling those elbows to touch, wrists to touch, and tuck the chin. Inhale one more time, shoulders to the back of the room, isolating really the upper body here. Exhale, and wrists to touch, tucking that chin. And release. Now for a couple twists. Reach the arms up overhead. Inhale, gaze up. Left arm to the right outer knee, grabbing that chair behind you somewhere. Sitting up tall on an inhale and twisting to the right on an exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale, sit up tall, as though someone's pulling the crown of your head up to the ceiling. And then on the exhale, soften and twist just a tiny bit more. One more breath. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Arms reach up to the ceiling. Gaze up. And this time, twist over to the left. Right hand comes behind you, grabbing that chair if you can. Right arm to the outer left knee, growing tall once more on the inhale, and then twisting on the exhale. Mindful on the inhale, softening and twisting only to what feels good to you on the exhale. One more. Inhale, creating space in the spine. Exhale, twist. Releasing back to center. We'll go ahead and take some half sun salutations. Inhale the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive those arms back, bringing the belly to the thighs as feels good to you. We're not rounding the back. We're keeping the spine neutral as we bring the belly to the thighs as far as you can go, and then hang your head. Halfway lift. Palms to the shins, halfway lift. And fold it down once more. Inhale, arms reach for the ceiling. Chest forward, shoulders down. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll take a couple more of those. Inhale, arms reach to the ceiling. Gaze up, shoulders down and away from the ears. Exhale, swan dive, belly to the thighs. Hang the head. Ragdoll fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Smile as you're doing this, having fun. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, arms reach up to the ceiling. Palms together, hands at prayer center. One more. Inhale, arms reach up. Gaze up if you can, shoulders down. Swan diving it down, belly to the thighs. Hanging the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, arms reach up to the ceiling once more. And hands to prayer center. Great job. Let's take a moment just to check in. Gaze down toward the floor. If you like, you can close your eyes all the way just so that you can feel the sensations in your body. Bring your awareness to your heartbeat. to the rise and fall of the chest as you breathe, connecting, noticing, being mindful of the breath, the heartbeat, and the sensations in your body. Okay, going into goddess pose now. Of course, we're all goddesses, right? Go ahead and bring your knees wide, heels under your knees, pressing those knees outward as much as possible, and then bringing those arms up to a cactus position, goddess pose. Breathing here on the inhale, straighten your legs, straighten your arms, star pose. Exhale, bring it back in, bringing those shoulder blades together in the back, pushing those knees outward towards the back of the room. Inhale, star pose, and exhale, bring it in for goddess. Chest forward, knees out. Let's take one more. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, bring it into goddess. Great job. Now for this one, we're going to go ahead and scooch to the center of our chair, bringing that thigh resting on your chair and the other leg behind. Toes are tucked, knee is bent for our high lunge. Hip points strive to the side of the short edge of your mat, the side of your chair. Inhale, arms up, and exhale to heart center. Pressing into that back heel as much as possible, maybe coming up onto those tippy toes in the front. Inhale once more up, and hands to prayer center. Excellent job. We'll take it to the other side now for the lunge. Bringing that thigh on that chair, back foot bent as needed. Remembering to tuck the belly, pull the tailbone down, push that heel towards the back of the room, and come up onto those tippy toes with the front foot if possible. If not, that's fine. You just find your own version of this pose, whatever works. Now inhale, arms up to the ceiling, and exhale, hands to prayer. Hip points are square to the front. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling, and hands to prayer center. Coming back to center, we'll bring those feet under the knees once more. Bring your sit bones forward on your chair, bringing that knee, or we're going to cross one leg over the other, and we're going to hug those knees together. Look down and see which knee is on front, on the top. That will be the opposite arm on the bottom. That will be the arm that's on the bottom. Your arms crossed will be opposite of your legs. So in my case, my right leg is crossed over my left, so my right arm will be under my left. Crossing once at the elbows, maybe bringing those forearms together, back of the hands together, or maybe you can wrap one more time, bringing the palms together. Now here we are, we're all pretzeled up. So bringing those knees, pushing those knees against one another, we're going to raise the elbows up as much as possible and pull those palms, the hands forward. Now, I'm feeling this stretch in the upper back quite a bit, and it's really working my outer hips. So good for you. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Release. Shake that out a little bit. Cross that same top leg over as though you're crossing your legs, but keep your ankle on your knee. Now, this can be up high, and that's fine. You just find your perfect pose for your knee for our pigeon pose. So, leg is crossed over. In my case, it's my right leg. Ankle is on my thigh. Lower foot is below my knee. I'm sitting up tall, again, hugging my belly in, shoulder blades down and away from the ears. And I'm going to keep my spine long, my chest forward, and hinge forward at the hips just enough to feel a nice stretch. No pain, no pinching. Remember, this isn't any kind of competition. This is you connecting with your body and finding what your body needs. And that's beautiful. So pulling forward, finding a nice stretch in that outer hip for pigeon pose. Inhale, spine is long, and the exhale, folding it down just to where it feels good. Coming back up through the center, we'll take it to the other side. Going into eagle pose now, crossing at the knees, staying here, taking the opposite arm now, crossing at the elbows, staying right here, or binding one more time, bringing the palms together now. Remember, we're pushing those knees together. We're pulling those elbows up, and we're pressing the palms forward away from our face. Breathe here. Let's take 3 breaths. You can do it. So good for you. And release. Shake it out. Planting those feet under the knees once more. Let's take cat and cow once more. Bringing those arms up to a cactus. Heart space forward. Looking up. Bringing those elbows back. And rounding it in. Kind of just resetting that spine and those shoulders. This time, inhale, arms out to the side. We're going for a self hug here. Bring your right arm over your left. Embracing your shoulders. And dropping the chin, rounding the upper back. Inhale, arms wide once more. And this time, let's take opposite. So whichever way you were, let's do it the opposite way. Hug it in, doming that upper back, tucking the chin in. Inhale, arms wide once more. And release. And that is it for your chair yoga practice today. I'd like to end with a little mantra. Can check in with your breath sitting up tall, letting your breath come to a natural rhythm, reflecting on this mantra. I feel my breath inside me. My breath brings me calm. I feel my breath inside me. My breath brings me calm. And that's it for practice today. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.